Okay, here we are.
Hey everybody.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, this is live on Tuesday and another session for the Masterclass Mentoring Program. And we'll wait maybe a minute or two to make sure people are on board. There's always like a delay between what we're doing and the live stream. It's about, I've checked on Facebook, it's about 30 seconds.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
so it's not instant, which is why sometimes, we ask questions and we don't get a reply right away. It's normal.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so we have like 30 seconds delay. And yeah, we'll get started right now. Okay, so yeah, as usual, we'll get started with Q&A based on the previous sessions. If you had any questions about one of our previous sessions, especially the last one, where we talked about many things, including copywriting and or about the program, your funnels, your traffic campaigns, your tracking, and or just your initial setup. So yeah, we expect some questions from you. As we mentioned quite a few times, probably each week, what we're doing like each week with you could be like a standalone course or a standalone webinar, which we could ask for like $100, $200 each week just to attend. And so you get in for like $2 a week. It does not mean it's useless. On the contrary, that's our vision, to just provide 100 times more value than what you're paying for. But then it comes with a price on top of the monetary value you're paying, and the price is that you need to take action, you need to interact, you need to take notes, you need to do the work, because obviously we can't do it for you. We can teach you, we can show you, we can give you the tools, we can give you the content, we can give you our traffic sources, our processes, our email sequences, we can teach you copywriting, basically everything you need. But at some point you need to do the work, and we can't do it for you. And how to say it in a simple way, I would say the least you could do is just to do the work and show us what you're doing. And so just because it makes also our time worthwhile, meaning we're happy to do these live sessions and provide all the tools and content and everything we're doing, but it will be useless to you if you don't do anything with it. And even if it's just $9 a month, it allows you to not to have any kind of financial weight on your shoulders and saying, okay, I'm paying like, I don't know, $1,000 a month to have some mentors. And so I really need to take action, but $1,000 a month sometimes it's quite tricky, and you would feel too much pressure. And now it's just $9 a month, but you basically get the same value as if you were paying $1,000 a month or more. And which means we remove the pressure from you, so you get some time and you can invest in traffic, and you can invest your time into the program. And you should really do that, because if we don't get any kind of interaction, of course we can't help you one-to-one. We don't know what your struggles are, what your questions are, and at some point, well, we won't be able to help because we don't know what kind of help you need. And of course, if you need more, Paul and I are available, not as part of this program, but if you think you need some kind of ongoing one-to-one specific guidance and help, like a pure one-to-one mentoring program, where we can do that for you. And if that's you, if you think that just being part of the AI Masterclass is not enough, and you're kind of stuck and you don't really take action, well, we can go fully one-to-one with you, and just with you, and probably teach you probably a lot more, because it would be one-to-one, and get you to do stuff, and get you to the point where you could get a few thousand leads in your account, and start with like $100 a day minimum as a result of your involvement. So that's what you need to keep in mind when we do these live sessions. We expect you to do some work, and because we know that when you do the work, you will get some results. Just like Michael Hen last 2 weeks, he got a bit more than 10 iPhoneos trials, and most are already turned into paid customers. So they sign up for the trial, and like, I don't know, I think it's 50% of those were supposed to be billed were charged correctly. So Michael Hen is already generating some leads, some commissions, some paid commissions, and he basically paid off his AI Masterclass membership right away. And of course, there will be a lot more because it's recurring. And now that he knows it works, it's just a matter of scaling up. And he's not the only one, but lastly, he's one of the few who really took action and get some results. And yeah, as we said, I mean, probably we made it too simple, because we created the funnels, follow-up sequences, we gave you traffic sources and everything, and all you need to do is just switch it on. And when you do that, well, you get leads, you get commissions, and you get an online business running. And if it's too simple, well, it means we've done a lot of work in the background to make it look like it's simple. And we are also investing a lot of our time to show you, to train you, and to create all these assets you're getting, not for free, but almost for free. So yeah, once again, we expect you to put in the efforts and make the most of everything we're doing for you, and all of the content we are providing, and all the tools, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that was my initial speech. It was not a rant, it's just to make sure our students are following their mentors. And if you need some kind of boost or kick in the ass, just think that instead of paying $9 a month, just imagine you're paying us like $3,000 a month, and just act as if you were paying us $3,000 a month to get access to what we're doing, and probably it will give you some kind of boost.
Yeah, that would do it.
Okay, so with that said, if you have any questions, we have one in the group, and we'd like to get some more. If we don't get some more, we just go through the question we got in the group. Not sure we got any other one in the support desk, but yeah, we just go through what we have. So yeah, just take a few more minutes, and I will go through the first questions, which was about, it's mostly technical questions about iPhones and how to add exit intent pop-up in iPhone. So I will show you how you can do that, and which is a nice feature to have and to use, because basically when you drive some traffic, especially some paid traffic, you don't want all the people who will not subscribe to just leave, and you could do what we call some on-site retargeting, which means that you retarget people who are already on your page, and the way you do it is when they want to leave your page, you just have a pop-up, and with an incentive to stay on your page or to click a link. So when it's before we go into the how-to, maybe the idea is on an opt-in page, and if someone is leaving, it probably means he's not interested in what you have for him. It could be because of the headline or the offer, or just because he just clicked the link in an email and it's not what he's interested in. So I would suggest that when you retarget your leaving visitors on an opt-in page, you should send them to another opt-in page, not just get them back to the same opt-in page. Because if they are leaving, it means just not interested, and usually the copy is short enough so they understand exactly what's in it for them. So you should have another landing page ready. For example, when you're advertising the funnel one, you could have like an exit pop-up going to the funnel two, which would say, I don't know, saying something like, okay, you're not interested in this free online business. What if you could get a free affiliate marketing course? Just click here and it will send them to your funnel 2, which is the affiliate marketing funnel. And this way, so it's a bit different. It's not offering like a free business. It's offering like an affiliate marketing course. And it's probably easier to consume, at least for someone leaving, meaning it does not feel like he can do with your free online business in case of the funnel one. So probably just an affiliate marketing course would be fine. And at least I would say you could recover like 10% or 20% of your exit traffic and send them back to your to a different funnel, be it funnel 2 or another landing page or another product, whatever you want. But when you pay for traffic, you should always try to collect a lead. So I would say you should redirect them to another opt-in page.
I suppose if I can add to that, JP, so I suppose the best thing to do really is once you have a bunch of traffic coming to you is to try and keep them inside your ecosystem, really, if you like, with the front end being you trying to get the lead initially so that they can be added to your email funnel so you can keep in contact with them. But everything is ultimately going back to and pointing back to your recurring payment product, so iFunnels in this case. Because that's the way that you're going to grow your business, and that's the way that you make sure that you have a predictable income every month and not starting from scratch like so many affiliate marketers do out there. They'll get a product, they'll make a bunch of sales in that month, but because it's just a single payment, sort of from March, for example, they're starting at zero again. So it's far better to try and keep everybody, all of your traffic, all of your visitors, all of your leads inside your recurring payment ecosystem, really, if you like. And that way you're going to be generating more income and making more money more consistently. So that's the thing that, I always keep in mind is, I want my people to be not only educated and entertained by what I do, but I also ultimately want to make some money from them. And what I want to do is I want to make money from them every single month. It's a bit like kind of creating your own salary in that respect that goes up every month, which you can't do in an ordinary 9-to-5 job. So yeah, just try and keep everybody in your own ecosystem. That's the thing.
Yeah, and on top of that, so from a marketing point of view, that's exactly what you need to do. Just always make sure your people are not going away from your ecosystem, and as well, it will improve your return on investment, your direct return on investment, because you're basically if you're paying like 50 cents a click. Well, I would say if you're lucky, 50% of your traffic will opt in right away. And then 50% of your traffic will just leave. So if you can just recover like 20% of this 50%, you will get a lot of traffic like for free to your new landing page. And so your cost per lead will also improve, and thus your return on investment will be a lot higher. So let me show you how it works. Okay. Yeah, I need to activate that. Put it that way. I will just, no, yeah. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Okay, so I'm in, just trying to get rid of, yeah, done. Okay, so I'm inside of iPhoneos. I just opened a landing page I have. It's not related to your funnel, but the idea is just to show you how it works, how you can create an exit intent pop-up. So when you're on your landing page, all you need to do is go to that section, which is pop-ups. Okay, and here you have 3 different options. So you can have like an entry pop-up. So like every visitor, when they land on your page, they will be able to see a pop-up. So it's entry, and we have different settings. I won't go through those. We had like full live sessions on iPhoneos last week. In the iPhoneos group, you can create what we call the regular pop-up, which is a triggered pop-up. Basically, whenever someone on your page clicks a link, you would be able to trigger a pop-up to appear with an opt-in form, for example, or checkout form, whatever you want. And then we have the exit pop-up, which is the one we want. So you just select this one. Then we have a few templates ready. You just grab anyone you want. I don't know, for example, this one. Yeah, I could use this one. And here you will just start writing your copy and say, okay, wait. You can update, of course, you can make it a lot bigger. Okay. Aren't you forgetting something? Then you add, okay, let me give you access to free affiliate video course. Okay. And then, I mean, this template, we have 2 links, which I like because they could say yes and be redirected to, I don't know, whatever link. I will just drop imasterclass.com. And if they say no, well, it's not a problem. You could just send them to another link. And so you could just send them to a different offer. I will send them to iPhoneos.com. That's it. Okay, and then that's basically how it works. Of course, you could change the background image if you want. Let's say, I don't know, I just want to make it gray that way. Okay, I can just change it that way. So this way it stands out a lot more. Then you have a few settings. So you can decide to show the exit pop-up to everyone on every visit or just once. Okay, so it's a way not to annoy people, but when it's on an opt-in page, it's okay to just show it up on every visit. So if someone tries to reach your landing page again, they will see the exit pop-up. Don't be afraid to annoy your visitor, especially on a lead page. It's not a problem. On the sales page, you would probably just want to use once to offer an extra discount or whatever. So now the pop-up is created, set up. You just need to save. And when it's saved, we'll just see how it works. Yeah, okay, I'm here. Okay, close. I'll just use news of iPhoneos.com. Okay, so that's my landing page. So I can fill in the form, but let's say I'm not interested. if I try to leave the page, I will just have my pop-up showing up. Yeah, seems like a good offer. And so I will just click and be redirected to my other offer. And if I reload, I go back. Since I've decided to show it for every visitor, it will just pop up again, and I can just click the other link, and it works as well. Thing is, these pop-ups can't be blocked, because it's not, if you remember back in the time, it was like a new window, a new browser window opening, and it could be blocked, obviously. So it's like what we call mostly like an overlay, meaning it's part of the same window they're currently browsing. So it's not a new window, it's just an overlay on top of your background content. So it can be blocked, and it will work on whatever device they're using. It could be even on smartphone, tablets, anything. And if they want to just close it, they just close it just like a window, and that's how it works. And if I reload, obviously, just show up again. And of course, you can customize these however you want. I mean, I could add an opt-in form if I wanted. I could add a video. Okay, I would just put my Vimeo link or my YouTube link or whatever I have. It could be like a full sales page. I could add some more content, and yeah, so you could turn it just like into a real sales page if you wanted. You can add, I don't know, whatever you want. You can add an opt-in form just below, and you would just link it to a lead channel. Okay. So yeah, pretty much you can do whatever you want. And if you are not satisfied, you can just delete it. So now I don't have any pop-up, and I can go back and start again. And make sure to always save your page afterwards. And it works the same for the entry or the regular pop-up. It's exactly the same. Just it shows based on different intent. One is entry, this one is exit, and the other one is triggered by a click or by a quiz. So we might talk about the quizzes, but if you're using the quiz blocks, at the end of a quiz, you could trigger, or you could automatically trigger a pop-up. So whenever someone ends the quiz, they will see a pop-up, and they will be able to, because it's a nice way to get people to take action and to click a link. A pop-up, it's something, it's a bit disruptive, and they will see it and they understand exactly what they need to do, and which is why it's nice to have some pop-ups. Okay, so that's it for the question. Let me close. Okay, so that's how it works. If you don't, do we have any other questions related to the iMasterclass? Okay, so I'm not sure. It's this session is not about affiliate funnels, so it's different. So we can't answer affiliate funnels related questions. Okay, so if no other questions, we can move to some training with Paul.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the, you mentioned the quiz already. Do you want to talk about the new page, the new funnel that we've sort of put together?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be a good illustration.
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. So as you know, we test everything to the nth degree to try and sort of get the best converting offers, the best converting copy, etc., etc. So we've created a new funnel. that we're going to be launching and testing over the next few weeks, really, with traffic to see how it works. And it is based around a quiz. But what we've done is, rather than just send everybody to a quiz page first, what we want to try and do is to pre-qualify visitors. So rather than just send, let's say, for example, we send 100 clicks to this particular landing page, or this funnel, I should say, they're not having to opt in immediately. Okay, what we're getting to do is getting them to think about, do they really want to do it? Then we're getting them to run through a bit of a quiz, and then we're offering them the opportunity to opt in, which takes them ultimately onto the sales page. By doing that, what we're doing is we're getting these little micro commitments all the way down the line, so that they are proving to us that this is something that they really want to do, and they become much more responsive in terms of clicking on links inside of email. So they become a more responsive subscriber that way. So this is one of the funnels that we're going to be testing. And what I'll do is, if I share my screen with you guys now, so I can walk you through it, so you can see it. It should pop up. Now, JP, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to shut my camera off to save some resources, because I'm going to be using my whiteboard as well shortly. So I'm going to see it, guys, for a second. There we go. Okay, so this is the front page. All right. So all the traffic is going to be coming here first. So as you can see, it's linked into a quiz. So in the headline immediately, there, we're going to say, see if you qualify for a online business for free with a passive recurring income that you can run in an hour a day. So it's got a big benefit and a short time frame. And we talked about that before when you're writing sales pages and headlines and things like that. So this kind of ties in really nicely in that respect. And from there on, then they're going to take the quiz. Now, what we've also got down here is, as you can see, policy, terms, disclaimer, and contact us as well, because we're going to be running some Google ads. This is going to be done via some overlay ads. So we've got some banners for those. Now, you guys who have got the license for iMasterclass have those banners. So we're using those. So I've just adapted this to fit those, and it saves work doing that way. So it's quite a nice way of sort of linking everything together. So we're sending traffic here. They read through the head and they go, yeah, okay, I'm ready to give it a go. So they take the quiz. When they click on take the quiz, they then are taken through to the quiz pages. Okay, so we've got 5 questions, I believe, and all of them are really getting them to think more about what kind of business they want to do, what they want to do with their time and their freedom, have they got time, what they're going to do with their money, and all that sort of stuff. So let me just scroll down a little bit so you can see the quiz. So we've got a little bit of a sort of a preamble up here, which is also a bit of a pre-sale and confirmation. And then we ask them to take the 30-second quiz, because it is very short. And what I've done is here on each of the questions, if I've got, so for example, yes, but I don't know where to start, that's fine. That takes them on to the second question in the quiz. Okay. But here, for example, if they they click in this radio button here, really, I'm just surfing, then I'll send them to somewhere else. As JP was saying earlier on, what I've done is I've sent them through to the webinar registration page, actually, which was the one that you looked at a few minutes ago. So people are going to go there. So again, I'm trying to keep them inside those systems, even though they're not interested in this, well being in the webinar. All right, so essentially, that's what I've done for most of them. They either go to the webinar, or they go through to the next question, or they go to a different page within our ecosystem. So if they click on yes, but I don't know where to start, we go through to question 2, and we've got this progress bar that follows along really nicely. So do you have an hour a day to invest in your business and yourself? No, I'm quite busy all the time. So takes them somewhere else. No, I don't know. I'm not interested in my future. So again, takes them somewhere else. Needs to transform my business in my future for sure. Okay, so they click on there. Question 3. You see how it goes. So same sort of thing, really. I can follow. I'll need guidance, and that, I think, is what most people will want. Takes them through to that, how money, and then how much money do you want to earn, and then from there it takes them through to, again, more confirmation. Okay, so they read this button, read this blurb here to make sure they really want to do it, and this is the opt-in form. So they click agree, put their email address in, and from there they get taken through to iMasterclass. All right, so it's a slightly different way of, rather than send them straight to an opt-in form like this, is to pre-qualify them. So 2 things are going to happen with that. we're either going to get a load of people who are just clicking through for the fun of it and become responsive, in which case we'll clean those out really from the lists quite easily. We're going to talk about list cleaning on another session. Or we're going to get really highly motivated and responsive subscribers. And that's obviously what we're hoping for. And I think going through this kind of system will do that. This is the funnel that we're going to be running. And it takes them through, as I said, to iMasterclass. Now, all the way through this, what we've tried to keep in mind is, and this kind of rolls into the, I suppose, the copywriting part of what I want to talk about. This rolls in really with the reasons people buy, okay? And whatever you do online, whether you're creating an opt-in page or you're writing a sales page or you're writing an email, all the time when you're writing this stuff, you want to keep in mind the reasons that people buy, okay? Now, there's if you did some research online, I'm sure you could come up with 10 or 20 of them. But other than that, I want to share with you, and this was from a copywriting course that I did many years ago. And these have kind of stuck with me. So whenever I write an email or I'm creating a sales page, or like the funnel, quiz funnel that you've just seen, I always try and keep in mind the reasons people might want to follow through, the reasons people might want to buy. So let me give you 7 of them to start with. So the first one then is what we're really trying to do is to make money. You have to excuse my writing, guys, it's awful. Okay. All right. So that's one of the first reasons that people buy is they want to make money. And obviously we're in the make money online niche, so that kind of makes sense. And that's always our kind of number one reason, really, I suppose, to keep in mind whenever we write anything. Okay, so the second one really is to do the opposite of that, really, is to save money. Okay, so here you can link these two together quite nicely. So you can make money with save money in a kind of a with and without headline. You know, so you could with this you could make X amount of money, but without it you spend a lot more, if you see what I mean. So you can kind of link the two together in that respect. So those are the top 2 reasons really why people buy. Then we've got a third one, which is also a big one for us particularly, and that is to save time. Okay, people are always looking for convenience. They're always looking for the shortcut, the short way of saving and gathering and keeping more of their own time. If you can, this particularly is ever increasing in appeal as we become more time short. But if you can prove to them that your product saves them time, that's a very, very powerful reason for people to want to buy the product from you. So that's 1, 2, and 3, to make money, and save time. And then number 4, this next one is another save, but this time it's to save effort. Okay, convenience, and we all love convenience. All right, really. So I suppose that people, I mean, if your product is a shortcut or it's a piece of time, if you can show people that it makes their life easier, saves them time. So again, you can see how you can link the two together. Saving effort is again another powerful reason why people buy. Okay, so you keep those in mind all the time whilst you're writing. What I would do is pick 1, maybe 2 that kind of complement each other whenever you're writing anything. And after in terms of the rule of 1, I'm kind of breaking it-ish really by putting 2 of these together. But the 2 are very closely linked. They're not sort of diametrically opposed. They are very close together. So you could say that they are the same. So yes, you're still continuing on with the rule of 1 in your mind, but keeping in mind the reasons that people buy. So we're down to 4 so far. Okay, so the next one then is another really strong, powerful reason that people buy, and that is, I'm going to put it this way, to reduce their pain. Okay, and we've talked about, you know, painkiller pages, pain points. In other words, what is their problem? What is the thing that's keeping them awake at night? What is the thing that's giving them the most pain? And if you can solve that, if your product solves that, like iMasterclass does and iFunnels does, then, you know, again, people will buy it because it's going to make their life much easier, save them time, a lot less effort. It's going to save them money, and there's essentially make them more. It's all kind of linking in together as we go through. So reducing their pain, what is their problem, and identify it specifically. Okay, it can't be just kind of a grand overall pain. It needs to be a very specific problem that you're solving for them. Okay, so that's number 5. And then number 6 is now the opposite of that, is to increase their pleasure. Okay, let me just write that. There we go. Okay, to increase their pleasure. And this is where future pacing comes in. So if you can get them to think, oh yeah, and get them to imagine actually using your product and what it's going to do for them and how much time and effort and reduction in pain it's going to do, it's going to increase their pleasure. That's another reason that people buy. Okay, so that's that one. And then number 7, I'm going to just do 7, but I'll talk about an 8th one as well, actually. Let me just put 7 down here. This one really is kind of not necessarily sort of make money online, really. If you're trying to, another reason people buy is to increase their health. Now, what you could think about here in this respect is angles. Okay, and all of those really are kind of angles you're going to be talking about if you're writing a sales page or an email or something like that. But increasing health, that could still be a make money online angle when you're kind of talking about reducing things like stress. Okay, and showing how easy it is to make money and to save money and all that sort of stuff. So you can see how it all kind of links together really. Now all of these are really strong, powerful reasons that people buy products from you. And like I said, I want to say it again, select 1, maybe 2 of those and keep those in mind whilst you're writing your copy, okay? That way it'll make your copy much more powerful. Now I do want to talk about this last one, actually. I'm going to call it 8. And that is to increase some prestige, okay? This is another reason people buy stuff, is to show in their peer group that they can actually do it and that they are kind of the leaders in their peer group, in their niche. So that's another reason why people would buy, because they can then show somebody else how to do it, and consequently they can then be back into presenting all of these to their peers, which helps increase their prestige. So that's another reason that people buy. It's kind of making them feel better in their own peer group. So there's 8 on there. The top 7 really are, probably even 6 really, are very, very sort of relevant for us. So whenever you're writing anything, guys, keep those in mind. Select 1, maybe 2 that are quite closely connected, and you can write your copy around those, and it makes it much easier. And it helps to keep you focused as well on your real message, which again is the real reason you want people to buy. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do all the time throughout all of the sales copy that we write, all of the emails that we write, and all of the sales funnels that we create. It's not only for us, but of course for you guys as well, is why do people want this? What to make them buy it, or at least take the next step? And you'll find that reason somewhere in this that you can see right there. JP, did you want to add anything to that? I just wanted to keep it relatively short at this point.
Yeah, no, I think it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good summary of so the main motivations for people to take action and to solve a problem they have. Be it make money, save time, and efforts. Because at some point, the main motivation will be to solve a problem or a pain point in whatever aspect of the life it is. So if you can just use those pointers, you should be able to have the right angle to write your copy, or just even your headline. I mean, you just pick one, and you can create a headline for like the bridge page we showed you. Yeah. And if you add some key ingredients like a time frame, some specific benefits, then that's how you can create some good copy.
Yeah, and we talked about that really, didn't we? With when you're writing, and it's in the newsletter group, in course particularly, about how to write, a really good headline, and it does talk about these points that you can see on the screen right now. These 7 reasons people to buy. But if you look at those, what we're doing is we're tapping into people's emotions. That is what we're talking about. And that's where you hit them first, okay? Because people buy on emotion and then they justify that emotion with logic, okay? So that's what you're tapping into all the time when you're thinking about people's reasons to buy stuff. It's emotional. It's an emotional decision. And, you know, if you can make sure that whether it's through pricing or through value or through contact, that it is logical for them to justify that emotion, then they don't have any buyer's remorse, and from there on they don't ask for refunds, which is ideal. Yeah. So that's kind of all I wanted to go over today, JP. Really, I just wanted to kind of go through that. I wanted to add more over the next few weeks, I suspect.
I wanted to add about the funnel you just showed us.
Yeah, should I go back?
I think it's really important for you guys to understand that when you send some traffic, especially with cold traffic, if it's email traffic, it can also be considered cold, based on the seller or the source of the traffic and of the leads, because basically cold traffic is someone who does not know about you. So all traffic which does not come from your own pool of traffic or leads is usually considered cold. Of course, based on how if it was a solo ad, on how the email copy was written, it could pre-qualify people and get them some kind of incentive to click and then to join your list. But still, it will be cold traffic, and what you want to do is to make sure you only get the right leads on your page, which is why sometimes we're using quite complex and qualifying landing page, like the ones for the funnel 1 and funnel 2. Which you can see, we have video, we have headline, we have bullet points, we have author sections, so all kind of stuff. We have testimonials, so we kind of make it a bit more qualifying, and it's okay if people take the time to read and understand what's in it for them. Then we know we get some quality leads, and that works. I mean, the funnel you got work really well. With that respect. But then when you want to scale up, maybe you need some different traffic sources, or you want to go more mainstream, and so you would need to test a qualifying, what we call like a qualifying funnel, and which starts with a bridge page. It's not an opt-in page. It's just to bridge and to kind of close the gap between the ad. It could be a Google ad, Bing ad, a banner, any kind of ad. It could also be, of course, like a solo ad. And then you send people to your bridge page because it's simple. It's just a few seconds, and they only have one action to take, which is to click. And if they don't want, they will leave, of course. But usually you will make it simple enough so they can click. And of course, it should be congruent with your ad copy or your ad message. And on top of that, you're kind of educating your prospects in taking small commitments. So, for instance, the first commitment they made was to click on your ad. It could be like a YouTube ad. Whatever the source of the traffic is, they clicked somewhere at some point. So it was the first commitment. Then another one, which is, okay, they are not on a social network or on YouTube or on a search engine. Now they are on your page, and you want to, when you want to qualify them, you want to go really, you could want to go really slowly. And first you would use that kind of bridge page, and all they need to do is just click to take the quiz. So that's the second click, and that's the second commitment. So if you can click it, Paul.
Sorry, yeah.
And when they do that, then you want to improve what you want them to do. You want to ask a bit more. And the way to do that is first you have an introduction, because you don't send them right away to the quiz. You need to make sure they understand why they're taking the quiz, and in fact, what happens when they take the quiz, and what's in it for them. And what we tell them, okay, we need to use the quiz to see if you qualify to access this training or this free giveaway. And it means we kind of make it like exclusive. Not anyone can access it. And when you tell someone, well, I'm not sure if you're a good fit, obviously they really want to prove you they are a good fit. And they just won't accept to be discarded that way. And so it's like, it's not a trick, it's just a psychological process. People want to prove themselves to be worth of your time. When you tell them, okay, I'm not sure, but why not? But you need to first go through the quiz. And that's exactly what we're doing. And so we explain, we pre-qualify once again, and then we tell them, okay, what's the next step? Take the 30-second quiz below to check out if you're eligible to access the very same system, and so on and so on. So you're qualifying, it's a small commitment as well, because they need to read and then start reading the questions and answering. And each question is a new commitment, meaning they have to click. They have to do an effort to click and to pick the right answer. Of course, based on your quizzes, you could make them as complex or as simple as you want, meaning each question could lead to a different quiz, or, for example, it could lead to the question 3 or 4 instead of questions 2. So you don't have to be linear. And in iPhones, you can do that really easily. Each question can be linked to a pop-up, to an external URL, to any other question. And so you can basically do whatever you want. So you could create some branching, complex branching. But for this quiz, it's really simple. We just want them, to just click. And so that's what they will do for question 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, when they get, if you can go to the last one, Paul.
Yeah.
When they get to the point of where they have completed all the questions, so number 2, number 4. Okay.
Well, let's be greedy.
And where is number 5?
Oh, sorry, I've just gone through that. Shall I go back a page?
Okay. So when you are at that point, they have clicked on your ad. They have clicked on your bridge page. No, just go. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's taken me all the way back.
Okay. So yeah, they have clicked on your ad, on your bridge page. They took some time to read your introduction and understand exactly why they would take action with you and what happens. And so that's the third commitment. And then they answered 5 questions. So it's like they have already clicked 8 times, and you are the one responsible for those clicks, okay? Because you told them to move on to the next step, you have to click on the ad on the bridge page, on question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the questions are in a logical order. So when they get to the last one, which is, okay, how much would you like to earn with your new online business? And so, it's like a scale, and at that point they are ready to just opt into your list and to see if they qualify. And of course, with that one, we don't have any kind of segment. So if you just click 5 to 10K, we will tell them, okay, you qualify. And then we have another step, which means, okay, do you understand exactly what it means? And to get full access, you have to click the I agree. And we give them some conditions. On the right, you see, I do not want, etc. I understand it's time limited. So we kind of add some more exclusivity to what they're getting. And which means that, of course, we will lose a lot of people in the process. I would say normally with that kind of quiz, a good result is to get probably 20 to 25% of your incoming traffic to opt-in. But then the quality of those leads should be, and that's a test we are going to conduct, they should be of a higher quality, meaning, okay, they have already spent like a few minutes compared to just a few seconds when they just land on an opt-in page. And to understand, I mean, all these steps, all these questions, it's like an interactive sales pitch. Because it's like they decide exactly what they want and who they are. And then when it comes to the final statement, okay, they are eligible, it was exclusive, now you have access to it. And so, of course, they want to go to the next step because someone, you know, if you're, I don't know, if you're running a 100 yards course, you don't want to stop like 1 yard before the finish line. So you just want to go through it. And which is why normally at that point, people will just opt in. And so they click, I agree, and then they go on. And on your sales page or wherever you're sending them, they are most likely to take some more action. Like, for example, if we send them to the funnel one access page, so they will see like a video and some next steps to follow. So it just goes on and on. So you add some more steps, some easy steps at the beginning, then it's an opt-in, and then maybe it will be, okay, now you have to watch full video, and then you have to start your trial or to join the course. So you kind of increase the bid by asking them a bit more at each step of the process, and that's how you can also turn any cold visitor into a paid customer quite easily within just one funnel. So yeah, that's why we are doing that and what we are going to test, and that's a good idea to also try that kind of funnel on your end as well.
It's almost you equate it to like an opt-in, couldn't you? Really, because with the double opt-in, they've got to click again. They get an email, and then they got to accept it, and then they get whatever they're going to go. Similar sort of idea here, but this is a more fun way of doing a double opt-in, I suppose, of that pre-qualification all the way through to end up with a much more responsive subscriber. Chances are will buy the product because you know you're making their mouth water at every step along the journey. It's really good.
And you make it look like, and of course it should be quite close to reality, but you make it look like it's exclusive and it's custom solution, or at least a specific solution based on your needs. So people will answer all these questions based on their current mindset, their current financial situation, their current online business status. So it's like it will be tailor-made to them. Of course, you could have different answers and different statements or different branching to really fine-tune what kind of solution you want to provide based on their answers. Or if you have like a generic answers for any online entrepreneur like we have, you could just put them all inside the same pool and still provide the relevant solution.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you have any other questions. If you want to go back online, yeah, here we are.
And then, yeah.
Okay, where am I?
There's you. There's me. There's us.
Yeah,
there you go.
Here we are. A few clicks. Yeah, okay, so it's almost 1 hour in, so time to wrap it up if you don't have any other questions. Yeah, if you did not watch the beginning, suggest you just go back to the beginning of the session because we had some important message for you and we want you to hear it loud and clear. So yeah, with the delay, we'll be probably waiting like a few more seconds. and then we'll just end the session. Once again, use the Facebook group, use the channels you have to ask questions, share your results, your questions, your feedback. So anything. And if there are no other questions, well, then we wish you a great week, and hope you'll get some great results.
Have a good week, guys. See you next week.
Okay, see you next week. Bye.